Today I am interviewing Katlyn Tarbet from McMurray University. She's a basketball player, and we are in E301 Dawson, and she's not fake.
Hi, I'm not fake. I took your class last semester.
Hello, Katlyn. Tell me about your basketball career and how it all started.
I honestly don't remember. I have a baby picture of me holding a basketball, and I've just always grown up with it. My dad was a basketball coach, and so I did everything with him. Went to all of his practices, watched all the film. Like I just basically grew up with it, and yeah. I honestly don't remember the first time I started playing just because I've always had it.
So you played it all the time growing up?
Oh, yeah.
Was your dad always your coach?
Not in junior high. In junior high, the assistant coach was my coach, but Dad would always find a way to ref the home basketball games, basically, and so he would tell me what to do on the sideline. And then, I'd be like, Dad, you're not coaching me right now. Just shush.
So, it's your senior year at McMurray, correct?
Yes.
How is it going?
It's been better. I partially tore my Achilles in preseason, and so I haven't been able to really do anything at all, actually. But I still go to practices and I try to support my team in any way I can. But I mean, it could be a lot worse. So.
What motivates you, even though you aren't getting to play your senior year?
It's mostly for my teammates. My teammates are really young, and I just want to help them out as much as I can, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if I quit So I just try to help them out as much as they can because they have a lot of talent, and so they'll be able to be really good, even here in a couple of years.
So does it bother you?
Yeah, I mean, of course it bothers me. I would love to play. I mean, it's I declared a minor just so I could have enough hours to play for this year. But I mean, sometimes I really do struggle with it, and then other times I tell myself that there's a reason why that this happened, and I shouldn't question it because there's a reason for everything. And so even though it really does bother me, I just try to stay as strong as I can for my teammates. Because I'm basically their mom, so.
How do you make time for everything you're involved in?
I prioritize a lot. I mean, I'm on the basketball team. I'm president of Delta Beta, and I'm a sweetheart, and then I have my major, and it gets to be where you just have to prioritize, and really figure out what comes first in certain situations. And I always manage to find time to do something, to do what I need to get done, and it's really, I guess now you can say I'm really good with time management and dealing with not getting a lot of sleep at night because I try to fit everything in my schedule. But, I mean, it hasn't hurt me in any way, and I feel like it's helped me a lot more, actually, than it's hurt me. So.
For sure. So I'm sure you've had your share of bad coaches and good coaches throughout your career. What is a trait that a good coach would have?
To me, a good coach, because when I see bad coaches, it's because they're not open to taking suggestions from their colleagues, or you know what I mean? Like, one person doesn't know everything. They don't know everything at all. And if a person thinks they know everything and thinks they know how things should be, then that's where they're not as good as they're capable of being. Because people have different perspectives, and other people might see things that you might miss. And so if you're not open to hearing suggestions from, like, say if you're a head coach, if you're not open to suggestions from your assistant coach, or maybe one of your older members on a team, then you're just kind of tunnel visioned and you don't really see certain things. and so that can be really harmful to a team. I've seen it happen. I've been on a team where that's happened, and it was really harmful to just team dynamics, and it showed in our record and everything. And I think that's a really big one. And then another one is fairness. A lot of coaches now really aren't that fair. If someone is busting their butt in practice every day and working really hard, they deserve an equal amount of chance. Sure, they not like at the college level. Sure, they might not be someone you recruited, or but if they're a walk-on and if they're working hard and if their talent level is close to the other people, then they deserve a chance no matter what their last name is, no matter where they came from, no matter what. And I've seen good coaches do that. They play the five that work the hardest and will get the job done, not the five who have a certain last name or from a certain place or the five that you recruited. That's just what I've seen.
So, do you think a good coach disciplines really hard or just lets things go easily?
Oh no, I think they should. I think a good coach disciplines, because if he doesn't, or if he or she doesn't, then they don't get respected. Like you said, I've seen both good and bad, been on teams with both good and bad coaches, and the coaches that didn't discipline never got any respect, and they just complained about not getting respect the entire time instead of actually taking action to gain respect. Like if I can get it's kind of human nature. If you can get away with something and they're not going to do anything about it, then you're going to think that it's really not that big of a deal. And oh, I can do this all the time and they won't care. And it doesn't matter if they care or not because they didn't punish me for it. I'm not saying go to drastic measures, but yeah, I mean, a good coach will discipline because if he wants his players to be a certain way and they're not, he's going to discipline them until they're that way. And if they don't fit that mold, then it's sports. He's going to find a recruit, or he's going to find somebody that will get the job done just as efficiently as you will. And I mean, nobody respects someone who doesn't discipline them for doing something wrong.
Have you ever had an overly nice coach that just was like, it's okay, Katlyn, even though you knew that you were doing something wrong and needed to finish it? Does that affect your game?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm doing something wrong, I want my coach to tell me I'm doing something wrong. I mean, I know it. You should know it. It always used to bother me whenever my coach would be like, "It's okay, you'll be okay." I'm like, "No, help me fix it." I'd rather you yell at me and tell me what I need to fix than tell me it's going to be okay, because if you just tell me it's going to be okay, then I'm never going to fix it, and the same thing's going to keep on happening over and over and over again. And so it makes it tougher to fix that one part of the game, and so you never get any better because you don't fix it at all.
So you said that you're basically just there for your teammates. How do you motivate them on and off the court?
Well, I mean, they kind of come and talk to me about stuff because, I mean, it's my 4th year here. I've been here for 4 years. I know how the school works. I know how, athletics works here. And so when they're struggling with something, they'll come and talk to me about it. And I just try to be as positive as I can. I know things aren't looking very, I don't know. Some things about McMurray people don't find very good. They don't like a lot. And so someone who's been here for as long as I have, as a student and a player, I just try to give them as much insight as I possibly can. Basketball season is hard, and especially with this schedule, how we're always traveling and we're missing so much school, and the teams we're playing are they're very good teams. Very good teams. It would be hard for it would be hard for any team to beat the teams we're playing because they're very good, and so it's really easy to get discouraged. And so I just try to be as uplifting and as positive as I possibly can. Like, I try, instead of looking, or instead of just looking at the negative things, I'll help them look at the positive things. Because it's so much easier to just see the negatives in losing games than it is the positives. Like, these girls have gotten so much better from the beginning of the season already. We've only played about 8 games, and they don't realize how good they are. And so I try to show them that, like, things that they're getting better at and, like, will continue to improve at. And yeah, if they need help with something, like, a little constructive criticism never hurt a player. But this I just try to keep them looking at the positive things, because that's really the only thing I can do.
That's good. So, is there anything else you would want someone to know about what makes a great player and what makes a great team?
What makes a great player is they need to be, kind of like with the great coach. A great player needs to be open. They need to be open to constructive criticism. They need to be open to suggestion, because no player is perfect either. And like I said, if you think you are, then honey, you're wrong. Like,
do you think attitude makes a difference?
Oh, definitely. Like, someone who has a good attitude about things and is positive and isn't or is open to change, it always does a lot better than someone who thinks they're the bee's knees and thinks that the world revolves around them. Dynamics just work better, especially in a team setting. Like, if you have one person like that, it definitely hurts the team. But because, they think they're better than everybody else when they're actually really not. And so that really is harmful towards the team. And, like, if you're in an individual sport, then go for it. But it's not something you look for when you're trying to put a team of girls together, especially girls. Jesus. But yeah, attitude plays a huge, huge part in it.
So, I guess thank you for interviewing with me. And thank you, Dawson. I hope I get an A. And I'll miss you.
No problem. Hi, give her an A, Dawson.